Hello and welcome to my new software program that makes outsourcing easy. First of all, OutVeo is divided into two parts. There's the staff area where your workers go to pick up the assignments you set for them. Then there's the admin area where you get to control and oversee everything. Okay, so let's take a look around here and see what we have. So here I am at the admin login page. I've entered my details. You just click on login. Now what we're looking at here is the home page, of course, and whenever you log into OutVeo, this is the very first thing you're going to be able to see. And if I scroll down the page here, we're going to see some other things too, and the most important of which is going to be your work in progress. So from this area here, you can see exactly what assignments are being worked on, who's working on them, what the deadlines are, the agreed cost, and of course the progress being made. So this is a really important part. And then of course we scroll down a bit more and we can see exactly who is now due for payment. Okay, so this is what you see as soon as you log in. So let's take a look at the other controls that we have within our OutVeo admin area. And let's just work our way through here. So the next piece in the navigation is add new staff. So if I click on this, it's going to take us to this page here, and we can actually add people in here. Now the way that OutVeo works is, rather than sending people to a registration page, what we're actually going to be doing is inviting our staff into the system, and that just keeps it into a closed loop. So you're not going to have stray people discovering your registration page and suddenly becoming your outsourced worker. So everything is kept locked up, and you're in control of who joins and who doesn't. So what we do on this page here is we can add new staff to our team, and all we do here is you just literally put in their details. And if we look through here, we can see what we've got. So let's say we invite somebody in. We can set them their first assignment from a drop-down list. We can set up an agreed cost that they may have for that particular assignment. Or we can give them a deadline, and we can add that assignment into them. So as soon as somebody joins up, we can then give them something to do. And once that happens, we just send the invitation, and then an email goes off to them. And in that email, they're going to be getting their username and password and a login link. That will then take them to this page here where they come to log in. We'll get to this in a second. Let's just quickly go through the admin area some more. So that's add new staff. As you see, it's very easy. The next thing we have is the outsourced staff page. Now these are all the people who I already have working for me. These are the people who are in my team. And from here I can get an overview as to exactly who they are. I can see the quality score when they joined, and I can then export and delete them, whatever is needed there. To the right of this side we can see there's a blue button that says Staff Profile. So if I was to click on that button, it's then going to take me to a page dedicated to them. And if I scroll down here, we can see some more of what's going on here. Now this is what they would obviously fill in this information. This has already been done in the previous page, but of course once your outsourced worker is logged in, they can then enter this other information here, and you can put in other information as well to complete the profile. And you can also set the project per project rate, or you can pay them per month, or you can pay them weekly, daily, hourly. You can pay them any way you like in numerous different currencies, so it's a very flexible system. If I scroll down the page a bit more here, we can also add quality notes as well. We can also look at their login details. Let's go down the page a bit further here. We can also give them new assignments to do. Scroll down the page a bit more, and we can also look at the live assignments that they're currently working on. We can see their agreed cost, and we can also set the deadline as well. So those are the assignments they have going on. We can see the notes. If I click on the link there, we can actually see any notes that have been added to that particular assignment, and any files as well that may have been attached to whatever it is that they're working on. So through their system they can actually attach notes to the projects, they can attach files, and so can you as the project manager or administrator to the system. You can do exactly the same thing too. So if I scroll down a little bit further, we can see there would be a list here, of course, of the completed assignments that require payment, and also projects that are just completed but haven't been paid yet. So let's go back up the top here and take a look at the next page. So that covers outsourced staff. Then we have assignment templates. So this is where you get to give them the work, and within here we can get really accurate and give a lot of information. We can Well, let me show you. So if we look here, we've got some pre-made templates. For example, keyword research has already been set up. I can now assign that to one person or even 100 different people. But the point here is I've already set the instructions up once, and so now it's just a matter of assigning it to different people to do. If I was to click on where it says edit, I can then go into that assignment and I can look at what's needed. Every assignment has a checklist that you get people to go through, and this is a really great way of being able to monitor somebody's progress, so you can actually see in terms of percentage how much of a project has been completed. And of course, because you have a checklist that you're giving them to work through, you can be really specific in your instructions. You can say, you know, this is exactly what I want you to do in step 1. They go ahead and do it, then they move on to step 2. So once they've completed all of the steps, that assignment is then completed. You then get an email, they get an email, everybody knows the job's complete, and the next assignment is then unlocked for them, or you can just assign them something else altogether. But I'll get to that in a moment when we move over to the staff area. So let's scroll up the page here a bit more so we can see, look, we can add video to here, we can add links, we can do all kinds of different things like that. So we can give them some really great instructions as to what it is exactly we want them to do. Okay, so I'm going to go back up to assignment templates again, and we can look at something else here. We can see the assignments themselves can actually be duplicated. So let's say you wanted to give someone a keyword research project, but you didn't want to have to re-enter everything again, or certain things about it that are very specific to the person you're giving the work to. Simply duplicate the keyword research or whatever assignment might be, and then you can create an assignment specific to one person. So you know, you don't have to share everything with everybody, in other words. Now, one strong feature with this, which I've built into it, is the ability to be able to create an assignment and then export it. What this means is that you can then import that same assignment template into another installation of OutVeo, wherever it may be. Other advantages of this are, for example, you can actually go ahead and sell those assignment templates to other people, so you can actually create a product here if you really wanted to. But of course the other person does have to have OutVeo installed, and we do offer a 30-day trial, so people can actually download OutVeo and try it out for 30 days, and they can actually use one of the assignment templates you give them. So it's more than just an outsourcing tool, it's also a product creation tool as well, depending on how you want to use it. Okay, so let's scroll back up here and we can take a quick look at the settings page here. Of course you can export and delete assignments too. So if we look at the settings page, on the settings page here, you know, we can bring in videos. Again, just as we had before with creating assignments, you can create a common page here which gives people, or gives your staff members, it gives them a resource page of shared links. So there may be certain links that you want to share within your company. This is how you would do it, and this page appears within every single staff area. So they can just go to this page and they can check out these links to the different websites you might have, or videos that they must watch, and that would of course be for everybody. If we scroll down the page a bit more, we've got dynamic content tags. This is really all about customizing the emails that go backwards and forwards between yourself and your staff members. So as I mentioned earlier, when a project has been completed, an email is automatically sent out to you letting you know that project is completed. Your outsourced worker or your member of staff will also get an email to let them know they're going to be paid, or that you've received everything. But of course you can change those emails to say exactly what you want. Here we have a new assignment email to staff. So for example, you've just assigned one of your workers a new project. As soon as you've saved it and as soon as you've assigned it, they will then get an email letting them know there's a new assignment ready for them to begin working on, and of course they're going to get this email. You can change the text in there to whatever you want. If we scroll down the page here, if you don't want these emails to go out, just leave them blank. It's really simple. We have assignment notes, as well as, of course, I mentioned earlier, you can actually attach notes to the different assignments, and whenever a new note is attached to a particular project, an email is automatically sent out to you, so you know that there's a note waiting for you to go and read. But you can also read it via email too. Let's scroll down the page a bit more and see what else we have. So there's the staff thank you email, so like thank you for completing the following assignment. So it's just like a courtesy thank you note to one of your workers, just to say thanks for hard work, thanks for doing whatever it is they've just completed. Okay, so that about covers the admin area. As you can see, it's very simple to use really, and it keeps everything streamlined and all in one place. You can see exactly what's going on at any point in time. And okay, so let's take a look at the staff area. So what would an outsourced worker see when they log into OutVeo? So let's have a look. So I've got the information set up here. I'm just going to log in to the staff login page, and what we're looking at now are the list of the assignments that they've got. They can see what it is they've done. You can see the progress made so far on it. They can actually go and look at that assignment they've already completed, and they can see what's going on there. There was a note there just to say that there's a pop-up window just to say there's a note ready for them to view. If I go back to the previous page, we can see this project is still in progress. It hasn't actually been started yet. So all they would do is they would just click on Get Assignment. It'll take them to the assignment page. They can see when it's got to be done by. They can see when it's been completed. Obviously not yet. They can see the agreed cost as well. And of course, if you scroll down the page here, we can see there's also a video for them to watch as well. And this one is all about creating a persona and creating a Google account. So they can watch a video that shows them exactly how they go about doing it. And then if we scroll down the page here, we have a whole load of steps for them to go through. And of course, as they go through each step, they check it off. So they completed that step, they then save progress. Okay, so now if I was to go back to the assignment page, we can see that their progress is 10%, so they've completed 10% of that. And of course, you as the project manager and administrator of the system, you're going to get that information as well. When you log in, you go to the home page, you're going to see exactly that progress has been made already on the job in question. So what your outsourced worker can also do, let's take a look at that assignment again. So I'm clicking on it, I'm going down the page here, we can see there's the instructions, those are the steps they've got to complete. As they do each step, they scroll through it, but also what they can do is they can actually attach files to here. Now if you've attached a file to this particular project, they can go ahead and download it, and when that file has been downloaded, you'll get a message to let you know that they have downloaded that file, and the same goes the other way too. So they can attach a file to this, give a title to it, and then you can download it from your side of things. And of course they can also attach a note as well, and if there are any notes on the assignment, that's where they can be viewed too. So if for example I was going to add a note to this assignment, that's all that would happen. I'd just type in a message there and submit the note. And so that note would then be sent off to you, the administrator or project manager. You would get that note and you'd know exactly that there was something to be looked at. You'll get the note by email, but you'd also be able to read that note from within the administration side of OutVeo as well. Okay, so everything is nice and seamless. There's a nice clear path of communication between both you and your outsourced worker at every stage of the way here. So if I go back up the page here, I can click on the archive link, and of course I can see all the jobs that I've done as the worker. I can see all the jobs I've done already. If I look up here to the resources page, I mentioned this to you earlier. Now this is like a shared resources page, so if there are videos or shared links that we need to have here, this is where they would be. So throughout your company, whoever you have working for you within our OutVeo system, they're going to see the same resources page. Then we have the settings across the top here, and of course this is where your outsourced worker can go in and they can add all this information here, like what the background details are, what their area of expertise are, how many years of experience they've had. They can go in here and fill out all of these details, and so you can easily get a hold of them because you can preview this information as I showed you earlier from within the administration area. So if I scroll down the page here, we can again see exactly what's going on here. Here's your contact details. So here are your contact details as a project manager. So if I'm your outsourced worker, I can then go here and I can see your telephone number. I can get hold of you on Skype or whatever information you add in there. So okay, if you have any questions, please let me know. Just leave a comment at the bottom of this post and I'll get back to you right away. Thanks very much.